Project Stratos is the largest AI data center ever to be built, and is coming to the shores of the Great Salt Lake in Utah. Yeah, this is the same Utah that in 2026 is experiencing the worst drought in its history. Utah relies on winter snow that provides over 95% of its annual water supply to agriculture, residents, and the state's three major rivers. Whatever is left over finally goes to the Great Salt Lake. However, the winter of 2026 was absolutely brutal, bringing only about half of the normal snowfall. Water levels are now so critical that Governor Spencer Cox has declared a state of an emergency in Utah.
We can't control the weather, but we can control the tap.
Obviously, this is not helping the development of Project Stratos. AI data centers rely on massive amounts of water, either at the startup stage or once the facility is running. I don't care if they tell you it's a closed loop system. A closed loop just means they need millions, possibly billions of gallons of water just to fill the system up and get it running. This water shortage is a major blockade to getting the project rolling, and that is not even mentioning the massive pushback from Utah residents. How is the largest AI data center in history even being considered when local residents are being forced to conserve water?
What you see in our reservoirs today is all we have. There's no extra runoff.
Historically, Utah agriculture and its vast farmlands received the bulk of water traveling down from the snow-capped mountains. Now, if Project Stratos is to be built, an unprecedented amount of water will be redirected to this project, with estimates up to 1 billion gallons of water needed just for the initial startup. This is an unbelievable waste of natural resources. The project is headed by Kevin O'Leary, a Canadian entrepreneur and popular Shark Tank investor who is the brains behind Project Stratos. Kevin's goal is not to bring jobs or a better way of life for the people of Utah. His job is to make money.
Only developer of data centers on Earth that graduated from environmental studies. So I'm pretty aware of what these concerns are. They are around air, water use, heat, noise, pollution. So sustainability is at the heart of what we do in terms of all these proposals.
Clearly, farming does not pay the bills in 2026, as several large ranches privately gave up most of their land and water rights so Project Stratos could take off. Ranches such as Bar H Ranch and Murray Hollow sold large portions of their land and water rights away. When Utah residents found out that these ranchers were selling out their community, massive formal protests were filed online.
Just not a wasteland as they think we are.
With the Utah Division of Water Rights.
We have value.
Each filing motion costs $15. The protests were so massive that both ranches revoked their water rights change applications. The goal of these applications from the ranchers was to convert agricultural water rights to industrial water rights. Obviously, Project Stratos is an AI data center which has nothing to do with agriculture. Hence, they needed to change the water rights from agriculture to industrial. Oh, there's one more thing about the so-called closed-loop data center. That's what they call it. It uses a massive 9 gigawatt natural gas plant right next to the facility. If the data center runs 24/7, it will require upwards of 16 billion gallons of water in a year. Most AI data centers use about 0.4 gigawatts or 400 megawatts. This AI data center will truly be the largest on Earth and will put Utah on the map in a bad way. So, Utah is in a drought, and they propose a massive AI data center that will just
concerned about Great Salt Lake
use more of the water resources that come from the snow caps of
it
Utah.
Really just emphasizes the need to take individual action.
I think this
to
project
work on
should be
water
stopped, but
conservation.
honestly, the council priority has their mind set up.